Hello. I just put a video on Instagram and on YouTube Shorts that was with this system. I'm just going to play the video now quickly, but you can see it on my Instagram or in the YouTube Shorts if you want. Alright, so that's how that went, and as you can hear when you're listening to it, there's basically two main voices, even though I'm using so many oscillators. The first one was meant to sound like a kind of pad sound and doing kind of different chords, and that uses the first three Thonk VCOs all being sequenced from the different channels of Pam's new workout. If we go into the first channel, you can see that I have on every half beat or whatever. If we go inside, you can see I am looping things. This is looped at 29, so I'm using kind of unusual loop numbers for this. It is, it's quantized to pentatonic major, and we are in, where are we here? We're in the stepped random mode, level at 50. So every 29 beats, that's going to loop a pattern of pentatonic major notes at 50% of their maximum level. If I go into the second channel, 27, the loop on that one, and it's the same as pentatonic major. If I go into the third one, we've got pentatonic major, and it's every 32 beats, so that one's going to loop around in a kind of fairly ordinary way. And all of those three patterns together, looping slightly out of sequence with one another, trigger these three voices, which then go through the Dervish reverb here and through these filters. Because the Dervish effects unit only has two inputs, I've got two going into the reverb, and I've got a third one just going through the Atlas filter and coming directly into the outputs bus. Let's listen to the two coming through the reverb first. As you can see, there's some other stuff going on there, and what that stuff is then being modulated by other voice per octave channels going into their pulse width inputs, because if you do the pulse width modulation, these are all square waves coming out of these oscillators. If you do pulse width modulation on the square waves in the Thonk oscillators, they all cut right down to zero, so you can't get a pseudo VCA effect. They are also being VCA'd, they're going through a VCA, and that's being affected by envelopes coming from the triple mod. Those first two are using these first two channels of the triple mod, and the ones that are going through the Dervish, so you get the kind of longer tails as they come out of there. And they're also going through these first two filter channels here. Those are being modulated by by volt per octave sequences coming out of Pamela's new workout as well. And the third voice, which doesn't go through the Dervish, turn that up a bit. So there you can really hear how the pulse width modulation is kind of choking the sequence, which gives it a bit more dynamics. It's not necessarily the nicest, prettiest sound as it's coming in there, but with these voices, kind of blends together quite nicely, I think. All right. So those are the kind of chord voices. Then the last voice is the final oscillator, and that's a kind of lead, I guess. So let me just plug that one back in. That's again going via the DOA here and not using VCOs either. Let me just turn all this down, take that out. So if we play this. So you can hear there that immediately, first of all, the resonance is up really high on the Vostok here. These are all in low pass mode, by the way, although I could change them. Yeah, there we go. It's a volt per octave sequence coming from Pam's new workout, going into this slew limiter mode. Stop that. So going into the slew limiter mode on the bottom channel here of triple mod. So if I play it again, if I turn this right down to nothing, you see there we just get a straight sequence. If I start turning these up, get into kind of bendy acid mode, right up into something that's completely unusable. Something like that might be nice, right? And again, I've got this, I shouldn't be using the DOA for this. These really would be much better handled using a Cascade or another type of mixer. But I put this in the case thinking I was going to do something else, and then I just left it in there. But I can flick the octaves. Something kind of squeaky mousy. Now let's listen to everything back together again. That's that. It's a really simple patch, but I wanted to show you how using PAMs, the different sequencing channels that you can get. I mean, yeah, admittedly it's random, but if you find something you like, you can use it. Use it with a few oscillators, nice compact multi-channel filter, bit of effects. You make something that sounds really nice. So that's it. Apologies for how sweaty I must look today. This is the hottest day that I've suffered through here in Portugal. I think it's about 38 degrees outside, so well done me for managing to do this in such conditions. If you want to follow me, you can follow my Instagram and all that stuff. It's all down below, and thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it. Cheers, see you soon, bye.